What's up guys, Richard again. Today in this video is part 3 on Sunoco. So let's continue after where we left off to. Right. So Sun expanded internationally. So internationally following the war. Its first Canadian refinery. The Canadian refinery was built in 1953 in Sarnia, Ontario, at Lambton County Lambton, which is spelled Lambton County in Ontario, Canada. So Sarnia is a city in Lambton County in Ontario, Canada. So yeah, Sun expanded internationally following the war. Its first Canadian refinery was built in 1953. So in 1953 in Sarnia, which is spelled Sarnia in Ontario, home to a, I can't really pronounce this word. Burgeoning. I knew it. I didn't really know at the start, but it's the last in my mind if it was burgeoning, and it just came to my mind. Its first Canadian refinery was built in 1953. So 1953 in Sarnia, Ontario, home to a burgeoning new petrochemical industry. Sun established a facility at Venezuela's Lake Maracaibo. Can't really pronounce that, but it's spelled Maracaibo, which is located at the Gulf of Venezuela. Which is in South America. I think it is. I don't know. Sun established a facility at Venezuela's Lake Maracaibo. So it's spelled Maracaibo. Lake Maracaibo in 1957, which produced over 1 billion barrels. So that's 160 million. So 160 million meters cubed before the operation was nationalized in 1975. In 1956, Sunoco introduced custom blended fuel pumps, an innovation that allowed customers of Sunoco service stations to choose from several octane ratings through a single pump. Sunoco stations offered as many as 8 grades of custom blended fuels for a dial A grade / blend selector. Blend selector fuels for its so Sunoco stations offered as many as 8 grades of custom blended fuels for its dial A grade slash blend selector pumps. Blend selector pumps uh, ranging from subregular Sunoco 190 to Sunoco 260, a super premium grade of 102 octane. Sorry if I screwed it up, but my mistake, my bad. Say a grade of 102 octane or 102 octane, as you would call it. The Sunoco 260. So yeah, the Sunoco 260. So the Sunoco 260 was advertised as the highest octane fuel you can buy. Say the highest octane fuel you can buy, and very popular with operators of V8 powered muscle cars. Say a V8 powered muscle cars of the 1960s. So we're talking like Camaros, Chargers, Challengers. So we're talking Chargers, Challengers, Camaros, Buicks, Mustangs, Mercury Cougars, Grand Nationals, you name it, they have it there. Well, I'm not sure if the Grand National was available in the 60s, but a lot of muscle cars were from the 60s, like some Buicks, the GSX, I think was, so GSX, I think it was from the 60s, I can't remember, but other muscle cars from the 60s were Camaros, Mustangs, Chargers, Challengers, a lot. Even the Dodge Dart, I think. I can't remember, but I think it was. So yeah, the Sunoco 260 was advertised as the highest octane fuel you can buy, and very popular with operators of V8 powered muscle cars of the 1960s. Speaking of the 60s, that's where I'm now. So that's where I am on now. So today, now we're on 1960s to 1990s acquisitions and branding. I think I said it right. I don't know. Let me just. Did I say it right? I think. Hold on.
Acquisitions.
Yeah, acquisitions. So acquisitions. There we go. Say 1960s to 1990s. So acquisitions and branding. All right. So let's do it. In 1967, Sun established its Great Canadian Oil Sands Limited facility in northern Alberta, Canada. Alberta, Canada, to access the estimated 300 billion barrels, 48 kilometers squared. 48 kilometers squared of extractable. That's right, extractable oil. So extractable oil. Can't even talk. Extractable oil in the Athabasca oil sands. Athabasca oil sands, which is spelled ATH. So ATHABASCA. Athabasca oil sands. In 1968, Sun Oil merged with Tulsa, Oklahoma, which I actually would want to do the driving laws there, actually, because I figured I want to go back on to doing some more American driving laws, because after I done the last video on it, I figured I would want to, there's some states I've not talked about yet, and I thought to myself, I would want to do some more American driving laws because I figured there's some states which I have not really talked about for driving laws yet. There's still more out there which I want to do, but there's like a lot I would want to do. A lot. So yeah, literally a lot I want to do. So I figured I will go back to my old roots and do more American driving laws. So going back to the old school way, like to back to where I've ended that, and continuing on the repetition for this. All right, let's continue. So in 1968, so in 1968, Sun Oil merged with Tulsa, Oklahoma-based. So Tulsa, Oklahoma-based Sunray DX Oil Company, which both refined and marketed fuel under the DX brand in several Midwestern states. So I can talk right now. Several Midwestern states and included several refineries. It's Tulsa Refinery. So Tulsa is spelled Tulsa. So its Tulsa refinery was operated by Sun until its sale in June 2009 to Holly Corporation of Dallas in Texas. This move expanded Sun's marketing area into the Mid-Continent region. Sun Oil continued marketing its petroleum products under both the Sunoco and DX. So the Sunoco and DX brands through the 70s and into the 80s. So the 1970s and into the 1980s. In the late 80s, Sun began rebranding DX stations in the Midwest to the Sunoco brand. But by the early 1990s, they pulled out of virtually all areas in the southeastern U.S. and west of the Mississippi. West of Mississippi, or West Mississippi, as you say, resulting in both the closing and rebranding of service stations. Service stations in both service stations and jobbers, don't know what that is, to other brands in those areas, notably Sinclair in Oklahoma and Kerr McGee. So Kerr McGee, I don't know how you say that, is spelled KERR dash capital M, then lowercase c, capital G, and then lowercase e in Arkansas. Kerr McGee is an American energy company involved in oil exploration, production of crude oil, natural gas, like uranium, mining and milling in various countries. Sinclair in Oklahoma and Kerr McGee in Arkansas, which increased. By the way, I would want to do some driving laws from Oklahoma, and if there is like some from Arkansas, like the driving laws from Oklahoma and driving laws from Arkansas, then possibly I'll do both. So both driving laws from Oklahoma and Arkansas. Hopefully, I don't know when, but at some point I'll try. So notably Sinclair in Oklahoma and Kerr McGee in Arkansas, with increased diversification. Sun Oil Company was renamed Sun Company in 1976. In 1980, Sun acquired the U.S. Oil and gas properties of Texas Pacific Oil Company, say Texas Pacific Oil Company Incorporated, a subsidiary of the Seagram Company Ltd. for 2.3 billion US dollars, or in other words, 2,300,000,000 US dollars. The second largest acquisition, acquisition in U.S. history to that date. Through the 1980s, through the 1980s, Sun developed oil interests in the North Sea and offshore China, and expanded its holdings in both oil and coal with with additional U.S. business acquisitions. There we go. Acquisitions in 1983. Sun Oil launched Sunoco Ultra 94, the market's highest. That's right. The market's highest octane. That's right. Octane unleaded fuel. So the market's highest octane unleaded fuel. So in 1983, Sun Oil launched Sunoco Ultra 94, the market's highest octane unleaded fuel. Then in 1988, Sun undertook a restructuring to segregate both its domestic oil and fuel exploration, and also production business, and segregate its domestic oil, fuel exploration, production business, and focus the company on its refining and marketing business. So both its refining and marketing business. This led to the acquisition of Atlantic Refining and Marketing, and in effect, that company's convenience store chain, A+, including its Philadelphia refinery, which was later merged with the former Gulf Oil refinery next door that Sunoco acquired from Chevron, which is spelled CH. So CHE VRON, which was founded in San Ramon in California. And that's where I'm going to be moving one day, to California, which I want to move to California one day, which would be cool. So this led to the acquisition of Atlantic Refining, there we go, and Marketing, and in effect, that company's convenience store chain, A+, including its Philadelphia refinery, which was later merged with the former Gulf Oil refinery next door that Sunoco acquired from Chevron Corporation in San Ramon, California. So San Ramon, California. So next one to that Sunoco acquired from Chevron. By the 1990s, or the 90s, Sun had departed the international exploration business and was fully dedicated to its branded products and services. In 1994, Sunoco acquired the Philadelphia Chevron oil refinery, consolidating operations which its own adjacent, don't know how you say it properly, but it's spelled ADJ, so ADJ ACENT, which it had acquired with Atlantic. Sun sold its remaining interest in Canada's Sunoco Energy in 1995, but markets product from two refineries, one one in Toledo, Ohio, and the other in Sarnia, Ontario, which is in Canada. So Ontario is in Canada, Ohio is in the U.S. So one in Toledo, Ohio, and the other in Sarnia, Ontario, in joint venues. Not venues, sorry, joint joint ventures. There we go. In 1998, Sun Company Incorporated became Sunoco Incorporated. In 2011, the Toledo facility was sold to PBF Energy Incorporated, which is a petroleum refining and logistics company that produces and sells transportation fuels, heating oils, lubricants, petrochemical feedstocks, and other petroleum products. The company owns and operates 6 refineries throughout the U.S. located in Chalmette, I think. It's spelled Chalmette in Louisiana, Toledo, Ohio, Paulsboro, New Jersey, the Delaware City Refinery in Delaware City, Torrance in California, Torrance, California, which is a county of Los Angeles, Torrance, California, and Martinez, California as well. Martinez, California, which is spelled Martinez, California, which is in Contra Costa County and at the state of California, which is somewhere, I presume it's in the East Bay region of San Francisco, California. Torrance, California, and Martinez, California. PBF produces a range of products including gasoline, ULSD, which is ultra low sulfur diesel, heating oil, jet fuel, lubricants, petrochemicals, and asphalt, which is tarmac. In 2011, the Toledo facility was sold to PBF Energy Incorporated. In 1998, Sun acquired the chemical business of Allied Signal, including a phenol plant, which is spelled PHENOL plant. The business was renamed as Sunoco Chemicals Incorporated. In 2011, the plant was acquired by Honeywell for $85 million. $85 million. $85 million, which is almost the same amount of money that the cast from Fast and Furious 5 2011 made from that movie. Well, an extra was 85.3, I think, and then 86.2 slipped. An extra $900,000 slipped into the net. And it went from 85.3 to $86.2 million. That was when Paul Walker was still alive. He was doing the interview with George Lopez, which was awesome. That was in 2011. In 2011, the plant was acquired by Honeywell for $85 million. Next up is the early 2000s. In 2003, Speedway LLC, then a subsidiary of Marathon Petroleum, sold 193 convenience stores to Sunoco. It also acquired many service stations from Coastal Petroleum. In 2004, Sunoco replaced the the ConocoPhillips 76 brand as the official fuel of NASCAR after ConocoPhillips abandoned the marketing of the mobile brand name in the Washington D.C. area. Sunoco purchased these rights, converted and Maryland and Virginia mobile stations to the Sunoco brand, bringing the A-plus convenience store with them. Prior to this, these stations had convenience stores under the Circle K or On the Run brands. In September 2009, Sunoco sold its retail heating oil and propane distribution business to Superior Plus for $82.5 million in cash, which is $82,500,000 in cash, which is good. In Canada, the Sunoco brand was licensed for the Ontario retail fuel station operations. Fuel station operations of Suncor Energy until 2010, following Suncor's acquisition of Petro-Canada. All Canadian Sunoco outlets were converted to Petro-Canada branding, except for one location in Port Colborne in Ontario. Port Colborne, Ontario. Colborne is spelled Colborne. Colborne, Ontario. In December 2010, Sunoco sold its refinery in Toledo, Ohio, to PBF Energy Incorporated for $400 million. Effective September 6th, the 6th of September 2011, Sunoco announced that it would exit the crude oil refining business and seek to sell its Philadelphia and Marcus Hook, Pennsylvania refineries by mid-2012. By mid-2012, the company has said that its cost for exiting the refining business could be as high as $2.7 billion. $2,700,000. According to one report, the company had lost some $800 million on refining operations since 2009. An earlier report provided a figure of $772 million. So there's a difference between those $28 million. Man, $772 million. There's a difference between 772 to $800 million. By 28, there's a difference by those $28 million. On December 1st, 2011, an earlier report provided a figure of $772 million. On December 1st, 2011, Sunoco announced it would accelerate closure of the Marcus Hook facility. The Marcus Hook facility, founded in 1902, that was 122 years ago, roughly around. 122 years ago, roughly around there somewhere, presumably. Sorry, excuse me. Founded in 1902 and covering 781 acres only. Only 781 acres was dedicated exclusively to the processing. Exclusively to the processing of light sweet crude oil. This processing focus combined with volatility in crude oil prices are considered contributing factors to both this refinery's closure and Sunoco's exit from the refinery business. In 2012, Sunoco demolished its Eagle Point refinery complex in West Deptford Township in New Jersey, which had been idle since 2010. So Deptford is spelled D-E-P-T, then F-O-R-D. So D-E-P-T, and then Ford Township, New Jersey, which had been idle since 2010. In September 2012, Sunoco formed a joint venue with the Carlyle Group. Carlyle is spelled C-A-R-L-Y-L-E, group, allowing for the continuation of operations at the Philadelphia refinery and temporarily saving over 800 jobs. However, on January 22nd, 2018, the joint venue, named Philadelphia Energy Solutions, filed for bankruptcy. The bankruptcy announcement was followed by a damaging fire on June 21st, 2019, which occurred at the 30,000 BPCD alkylation unit. The explosion of the alkylation unit triggered a massive fireball and caused nearby homes to shake. A few days later, on June 26th, the refinery complex announced it would both cease operations and shut down. Next up is environmental record. In 2014, Sunoco was one of 50 companies sued by Pennsylvania. Sued. That's the worst thing in the world, being sued. So environmental record. In 2014, this is environmental record. In 2014, Sunoco was one of 50 companies sued by Pennsylvania, which alleged that the companies polluted waters with MTBE, which is methyl tert butyl ether. I don't really know how you say that. I don't even know how you say it.
Methyl tert butyl ether.
Methyl tert butyl ether, or MTB, a fuel additive. In 2000, Sunoco leaked 190,000, right? That was like almost 200,000 gallons of oil into the John Hines National Wildfire. So John Hines National Wildfire Refuge at Tinicum in Pennsylvania through a cracked pipe. Sunoco claimed their systems didn't detect the leak. The leak was reported by a hiker in the wildlife refuge. In 1993, Sunoco became the first Fortune 500 company to endorse the CERES coalition. So it's coalition. So COALITION. Coalition for Environmentally Responsible Economies. The 10-point conduct code includes public reporting of environmental records. On April 4th, so April 4th, 1991, Pennsylvania U.S. Senator H. Or Senator Henry John Hines was killed when his airplane collided with a Sun Company helicopter in what is known as the Marion Air Disaster. He was born October 23rd, 1938, passed away. So October 23rd, 1938 was when he was born. He passed away on April 4th, 1991. So, may rest in peace. When he died, he was just like around 52 years old. Man. May rest in peace. Yeah, it's just sad losing people. May God bless you, man. We'll all miss you and we'll remember you. Alright, moving on. So the 10-point conduct code includes public reporting of environmental record on April 4th. So April 4th, 1991. Say 1991. So 1991, Pennsylvania U.S. Senator H. John Hines. So Senator Henry John Hines was killed when his airplane collided with a Sun Company helicopter in what is known as the Marion Air Disaster. Falling debris killed 2 children at the Marion Elementary School in the Lower Marion School District. That's just crazy. Like, I wonder how that happened. Like, how is that possible? Falling debris killed 2 children, so killed 2 kids at the Marion Elementary School in the Lower Marion School District. The National Transportation Safety Board determined that the probable cause of the accident included poor judgment, so both poor judgment and errors on the behalf of both pilots. Next up is purchase. So purchase by energy transfer partners and creation of Sunoco LP as master limited partnership. So in 2012, Dallas-based energy company Energy Transfer Partners purchased Sunoco. Sunoco would subsequently move its corporate headquarters to Dallas, Texas in 2016. In 2014, Energy Transfer Partners acquired Susser, I can't really say it well, but it's spelled SUSSER Holdings Corporation, the general partner of Susser Petroleum, so Petroleum Partners, so SUSP, and owners of Stripes convenience stores, and merged it with Sunoco into a master limited partnership, forming Sunoco LP. Subsequently, SUSP changed its name to Sunoco LP and its ticker symbol to SUN. Energy Transfer Partners then sold the combined retail assets of Sunoco and Susser Holdings to Sunoco LP. In Texas, Sunoco replaced Valero Valero Energy, so spelled Valero. So Valero at the Stripes locations, Stripes and A Plus remained separate brands. Alright. Alright. I'll do a bit more and then I'll end it there. So current operation focus on fuel distribution and midstream operations. Also in 2014, Sunoco LP acquired Aloha Petroleum Ltd., a retail and wholesale fuel business with 6 terminals in Hawaii. Additionally, Sunoco LP purchased 8 Pico, I don't know how you say it, but it's spelled P-I-C, so P-I-C-O convenience stores in South Central Texas. In December 2015, Sunoco LP completed its acquisition of Alta East Incorporated, a wholesale motor fuel distribution business serving the Northeast U.S. In 2015, Aloha Petroleum Ltd. Acquired stores including a Subway in Hawaii. In June 2016, Sunoco LP purchased Valentine convenience stores consisting of 18 locations. So 18 locations selling more than 20 million gallons of fuel. That is huge. That is a lot of fuel. As well as Texas-based Colkhorst, I don't know how you say it, but it's spelled it's spelled K-O, so Kolkhorst Petroleum Incorporated. Colkhorst operated 14 convenience stores under the Rattlers brand and distributed more than 46 million gallons of fuel. So 46 million gallons of fuel. Denny Oil, a convenience store and wholesale distributor operator, was purchased by Sunoco LP in October 2016, adding an additional 90 million gallons of fuel to its distribution business. Sunoco diversified its portfolio in August 2017 with the acquisition of Emerge Energy Service. So with the acquisition of Emerge Energy Services LP, entering into the business of processing transmix fuels. In April 2017, Sunoco introduced at all of its stations Sunoco Ultratech, a high detergent fuel blend that met top tier standards. Sunoco Ultratech contains the same detergent level as the fuel Sunoco makes for NASCAR. That's right, for NASCAR. In January 2018, the company sold 1,030 retail stores to 7-Eleven and agreed to supply 2.2 billion gallons of fuel to 7-Eleven convenience stores annually for 15 years. This included Sunoco's contract to the service plazas along the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Sunoco LP announced the completion of the acquisition of the refined terminaling. I don't know how you say it, but it's spelled. So it's terminal and then ing added into it. Business from American Midstream Partners LP. So LP on It's December 20th, 2018. So it was 4 days before Christmas there, and that was after like my 13th birthday at that time. 6 days after that, on April 2nd, 2018. That was when I was still 12 years old. I was still at school at that time, 7th grade. On April 2nd, 2018, Sunoco announced the completion of the conversion of its 207 retail sites located in Central West Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico markets to a single commission agent, Cal's Convenience Incorporated. That month also saw the acquisition of Superior Plus Energy Services, adding 3 terminals and approximately 200 million gallons to Sunoco LP's not wholesale, sorry, wholesale, there we go, fuels business. Additional 2018 acquisitions included Sanford Energy LLC in August, Brenco, which is spelled BRENCO, marketing corporation in October, and Schmidt, don't know how you say it, but it's kind of a German word. It's spelled SCHMITT, Sales Incorporated, in December. Alright, I'm gonna end it there now. So if you guys like this video, like it, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted of when I'm making uploads. And I'll see you guys in the next video very soon. But until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Take care, folks. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.